Hello everyone, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping. Please excuse the paleness, it is winter here in the north and I don't go tanning. I'm Tyler and I want to share some low-cost, low-impact exercises with a teenage member of our community and with anybody who finds them useful.
Low impact exercises are important to me because, as much as I can, I want to avoid abusing my body from here on out. I've already put a lot of wear on it for work, and I want to avoid that and maintain my fitness without it costing me, so that if I do have to put in a lot of hard work in an emergency situation, I don't have to worry about my joints or back being in worse shape than they already are. Low impact, high endurance exercises, I think, are great for preppers because we might have to work really hard. And in that case, having good joints, good backs, and high stamina will be worth a lot more than big muscles and having hit the gym really hard in the past. And also, a lot of preppers have been laid up pretty hard in the past, and some have handicaps, and maybe that's part of why they've started prepping. So it's important to think about ways that they can stay at their peak fitness, even if they're not able to pump iron like some preppers suggest. So, for that reason, we're going to look at just a few low impact and low cost exercises to maintain a level of fitness and to gear our exercises up to end up being at our peak strength, if that's something that we're looking to do. So let's go and look at a few of these things that I have to share. Before we get started, I do want to say I am not a medical or fitness professional, and I'm not telling you that these are things that you individually should do. You need to check with your doctor or at least the workout safety videos that I'll link to below before you take on these exercises for yourself if you're not confident in your abilities. The first one here is just a little exercise that anybody can do at any time, just shifting back and forth from one leg to the other. Foot stability is really important in a lot of situations. Just getting around in crowds of people and even in self defense, footwork is one of the most important factors. This is something that anyone can do while they're standing around, and if you work at a counter, this can be a lifesaver. Staying on the balls of your toes and even just slowly shifting from foot to foot is going to keep your hips and all of your joints from wearing themselves out on just one position. And this will get your leg muscles used to shifting from one to the other. And that's very good when you're looking at self defense. Start paying attention to how you stand, whether you're sitting on your heels or on the balls of your feet. And pay attention to how it feels when you shift from foot to foot and how stable you can be when leaning just over one foot. It's a lot better than just sitting back on the heels of your feet because your legs are tensed up and ready to go, and this builds a lot of strong calf muscles. Legs are greatly underappreciated in exercises, and to me, every day is leg day. And this can actually be really important for your health, which we'll talk about in a second. But every time I exercise, I pay a lot of attention to stretching and working out my leg muscles, and this will be really useful in a lot of emergency situations, whether we're talking about getting around, moving through a crowd, doing work, or even in self defense applications. Leg work, again, is paramount. Now, the reason that I say that legs are extremely important for overall health is because of recent research that has shown that they act as a circulatory pump, essentially helping the heart to pump blood around the body, making it so that the heart doesn't have to provide all of the blood pressure to fight against the weight of our muscles pressing down on our veins and arteries. And so, in this way, legs can be extremely important, and it's important to get a lot of good leg activity, especially if you spend a lot of your day sitting for work or at home. I walk around at work and I still make sure that I get a good bit of biking exercise whenever I go to the gym, mostly to keep my endurance high and to make sure that my full range of leg motion is strong. Now, I try to pay attention to my calves, and I know that most people won't have access to a machine like this, so in just a second, I'm going to share some low cost, free equipment exercises that you can do with things that you almost certainly have around your house. I just wanted to share this to demonstrate yet again that I think that leg day should be every day. It can be hard to exercise without equipment, and that's why my low cost suggestion is 5-gallon buckets with water in them. Each gallon of water weighs 8 pounds, and so you can fine tune your weight requirements for your strength levels, starting with an empty bucket and moving up as you feel ready. Now, you can use these to walk around and get used to what you might need to do for work, or you can do what I'm doing right now and get the calf exercises that I was showing you a minute ago, strengthening your legs and giving you a stronger base. Now, a full 5-gallon bucket weighs 40 pounds, and so it's a great aid for various lifts. But again, you can fine tune your needs by using an empty bucket or just a partially filled bucket, whatever is comfortable and safe for you. As you can see, I'm just running through a variety of basic exercise maneuvers that will be useful in a lot of situations, especially those related to work and moving preps around. I think it's far more important to simply keep our metabolisms up and keep our bodies used to the range of motion that we might expect ourselves to have to perform in emergency situations, rather necessarily than pumping iron and doing push-ups and things like that, which are great, but don't necessarily train your body to be ready for rigorous work. Squats are a great way to gain heart health, even without any weight added. And if you don't want to add weight, you can also do pistol squats, which are essentially one-legged squats. These are excellent for gaining body strength in your thighs and also for core strength and balance. These are a really good exercise if you're up to that point. And if you don't find that your balance or thigh strength is up to it, you can always use your hands as aids. I do not advise holding a pistol while doing this. That's just part of the name. Now, this last one is one that could be a little difficult to replicate with a 5-gallon bucket. But if you have various heavy items that you can hold on to safely without worrying about dropping them on your head, then this is one that I like to do to replicate some of the motion of splitting wood. I've split a lot of wood in my life, and a lot of the reason that I go to the gym is because my current job doesn't have as high a demand on my body as past ones have, and I want to keep my level of fitness up. This one is great because it exercises your shoulders, your triceps, down your back, and across the front of your core on your stomach. I really like this exercise, and if you have a couch or chairs to do this across with a little bit of weight, this is a really good one if you think you might ever have to be splitting wood in the future, but aren't able to do it now because of time constraints or because you just have your wood stocked but don't go through a lot.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that was useful, and if you have any training regimens that you think I should cover in future PREPPERCISE episodes, then please share them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned with Let's Talk About Prepping for future videos. Stay safe out there, everyone.